These are the best center jump shots in Season 2 for NBA 2K26. You'll be able to green every single fade and knock down shots from basically half court and even beyond half court on NBA 2K26. You'll be able to take over every single game and score every single time. Let's not waste any time though, and let's go ahead and jump into the jump shots. And this jump shot is for builds taller than 6'10". I will be giving you guys a jump shot for all of my 6'8", 6'9" poppers. Stay tuned. All right, so for the first jump shot I'm going to be giving you guys, man, it is going to be James Johnson base with Moritz Wagner upper release 1 and doo-wop Wreath as the upper release 2. And then your blending is going to be just as you see on the screen in between push and release. And then this one is going to be 4 out of 4 speed and then 64% Moritz Wagner and 36% doo-wop Wreath. So this jump shot is very simple and self-explanatory, man. There's not a whole lot of movement going on with the lower body. And then as soon as the ball kind of gets right to his point of his forehead, you're just gonna release it. I absolutely love this James Johnson base. I mean, last year I ended up playing with a lockdown defender last year who had like a 65 3 ball, and he was using this base, and I was like, bro, what is that base? How did you get that base with such like a low 3-ball build? Like, I figured you'd have to use something really ugly. And as you can see, man, this thing is chicken. I'm shooting with square, I shoot with stick. It literally does not matter. I shoot off the dribble with square or X, whatever your console is. Off the dribble with analog stick. You can't miss with this jump shot. You actually have to try to miss with this jumper. It's so smooth and simple. Now, when you no dip, I will say it's a lot easier to no dip with this jump shot because it's only like an A- release speed instead of having that A+ release speed. So for all of my guys that have been struggling to time their no dips, or you haven't like really necessarily tried no dipping yet, this is a phenomenal jump shot to try because it has a lot of wiggle room with how slow it is in comparison to my A+ release jumpers that I'm going to be showing you guys later on in the video. This is definitely a beginner friendly jump shot, man. For anybody who's 6'10" and taller, if you have not tried James Johnson base, make sure you try it out. Now these uppers, you know, you could try out different uppers if you want. I'm a firm believer in like uppers really don't matter all in all. It all comes down to the base. But this James Johnson base reminds me a lot of like Rudy Gay, you know, John Wall-esque of NBA 2K like 14, 15, like just so smooth and simple, man. If you went to a jump shot coach in high school, this is the jump shot they would have tried to make you do. You know, they're trying to teach you to keep them legs directly up and down, perpendicular, lean, like jump forward just a little bit, 90-degree angle with the arm. Like, this is your textbook jumper. I can't believe that we can get this on a build that is 6'10". This is something that you would think that'd be locked between like 6'5" to 6'9". This is like a pure jump, like a pure sharp base. So yeah, man, James Johnson, absolutely butter. I mean, it makes sense. Bro's a shooter. Like, well, he used to be a shooter. Like, as his career, you know, as he turned unk, like, he's not really necessarily a shooter no more. But like, James Johnson definitely was a bucket in his time. But let's go ahead. Let's not waste any more time, and let's go ahead and jump to the next jumper. All right, so for the next jumper, this is actually the jump shot that I currently use on NBA 2K26. I just got the scoring world record for rec on NBA 2K26. We scored 223 points with our 7'1" deep bomber build. Now for this one, we're going to be using base Michael Porter Jr. Upper release 1 is going to be Baluba, and then upper release 2 is going to be LaMarcus Aldridge. Now you could flip out this LaMarcus Aldridge with just about any other upper in the game, and it's still going to feel good because of the MPJ Baluba combo. Now for my visual cue, it's in between push and release. My release speed for this one is different. It's going to be 3 out of 4 because I noticed I was getting those very late, you know, no tempo glitches when I was no dipping with the 4 out of 4 speed. So we actually went to 3 out of 4 and then 80% Baluba and 20% LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, as you can see with this jump shot, man, it's got a little bit more of a swing with the legs, and it's definitely a lot like higher arcing, I'd say. I think it's the Baluba upper that really kind of like reminds me of Larry Bird. Like, the ball just kind of feels like it hangs in the air and you're just watching it travel for like hours on end. Like, that ball literally felt like it was in the air for 4 seconds. I think that's low-key why I like it so much. But I mean, this jumper is once again just like James Johnson. It's just a little bit faster, but it's got that same smoothness to it that I love with all my jumpers. I don't like my players to have a lot of hitch, which is funny coming from my voice because, you know, we got really big as a content creator in 2K19, doing that funky jump shot on my lockdown defender, and it kind of put me on the map. But I really don't like using jump shots like that. I'd rather it be like very smooth, simple, not have a lot of hitches to it. Now, this jump shot, once again, just like James Johnson, you could shoot with X or with rhythm. If you guys haven't started tempo shooting yet, man, you need to learn how to tempo shoot. It gives you twice the size of your green window, and it just, you know, it works the best when you're on delay. I am a West player playing on East a lot because I like, you know, my lockdowns in my center to not be on delay, or even my guard and my lock to not be on delay. And it's a lot easier to shoot on delay with tempo because you only got to worry about timing the tempo. Now, I will say tempo is obviously easier, but why not make things easy on yourself in a virtual game, guys? I mean, why are we so worried about like doing the quote unquote more skillful thing in a virtual game? Just shoot the ball and make your jump shot. I think the most skillful part about it is winning, bro. Like, I like to win, but you could shoot with X or with the rhythm with this jump shot. It's very smooth, very simple, man. Huge shout out to NPJ for giving us a great base, because this is by far my favorite base in NBA 2K26. James Johnson is a close second, but this one takes the cake. All right, now we are on to our next base, which is going to be PJ Washington. Once again, you guys just, you know, can type it in and find the username like that. That's going to be Charles Bassey for your upper release 1. And then for your upper release 2, you guys are going to want to use Bam Adebayo, man. Shout out to Bam, bro. The GOAT. He has the best floater in the game, I guess. So, and then we're going to be set in between push and release for this one. And then our release speed is going to be maxed out as well. And then for this blending, we are going to go 42% Charles Bassey for the blending. Now, as you can see with this jump shot, it kind of has a little bit of a lean as he like kind of leans backwards when he shoots. The ball definitely hangs in the air a lot longer than my other uppers, and that comes in from the Bassey upper. If you guys remember the upper release Oscar Robertson, Charles Bassey is basically Oscar Robertson. I think Baluba and Bassey are like number 1 and number 2 as far as my favorite uppers. Now, putting them in the same jump shot kind of makes the arc look a little weird, so I usually like to use one or the other and then kind of like make them heavy blends in that direction. With this jump shot, the Bam kind of gives it like the flick at the top of the head though. So I like to have Bam Adebayo in this jump shot, but it feels good, man. Like even on the back fades, as you can see right there, I'm basically able to green every single fade. And then on top of that, like the no dip, this is an A+ release speed jump shot. As you can see, the no dip is very quick. So you gotta be ready if you're gonna no dip this thing. It's very hard to time. I'm not gonna lie. This might be one of the fastest jumpers in the game. Like, look at that. I mean, there's just no closing out if you're a defender and like you try to like half help on a kid like ISO in your guard, like, and then the center is just no dipping like this. Like, there is just no way you are stepping on that. And I'm barely greening that. Like, it's just way too fast in my opinion. So I like the other jump shot better just because of but for my people that like fast jump shots, this one's for you, man. And then once again, you could X no dip it as well. Very easy. I mean, this is so easy to time. As soon as the ball gets above his head, you just kind of release it. As you can see, it's so fast and almost like kind of glitches out. Like his hand just really slows down at the top of his head. But this jump shot has a phenomenal feel, man. I mean, there's just nothing better than a jump shot that's very smooth and very simple to use, that has some good arc. That's really what we look for. So this PJ Washington base, man, I think it's, you know, I don't think it's quite as good as James Johnson and Michael Porter, but if you don't like those, this is definitely a great alternative. All right, so we're on to jump shot number 4 of the video, which is basically the community's favorite jump shot, man. Everybody I run into on the planet is using this base, and I don't know why. I really am a firm hater in this base. So that base is going to be Jonathan Isaac, so you're going to go ahead and search up the name Isaac, and then for your upper release 1, you're going to be using Julius Randle. So go ahead and type in Randle in that search bar. Click in on Julius Randle. And then upper release 2 is going to be my favorite upper in the game, which is Baluba. And then for the blending, it's going to be in between push and release. And then this one's going to be max release speed as well. And then we're going to be 27% Julius Randle. As you can see, it just kind of changes the queue a little bit, but we are able to get 3 A+. Now, the timing stability has to do with the base, so we can't really change that by adjusting our animation blending, but a triple A+ jump shot is pretty fire. I will say so myself. All right, so let's go ahead and show you guys what this base looks like. As you can see, Jonathan Isaac, it's a simple base, but it's a little bit more of a hitchy. As you can see, he just kind of dips down before he actually starts his jump shot. And that's the part that I don't like with Jonathan Isaac. I feel like it's inconsistent when I'm on delay. as it takes a long time to actually start my rhythm. Even when I'm in the my court right here, I feel like I'm holding my analog stick down for a lot longer before the jump shot actually starts. You know, it does tell me that I have an A+ release speed, but it truthfully does not feel like an A+ release speed. The jump shot does feel a lot slower. But I mean, Jonathan Isaac is definitely chicken. You have triple A+. As you can see, I mean, I'm not having any issues with missing my jump shots, and it's good enough for the rest of the community. You know, I'm just a Jonathan Isaac hater, but I gotta respect it and put it in the video because I know a lot of you guys will love this base, man. It's just really not for me, man. As you can see, though, I'm able to green X, even those weird, awkward timing fades. This jump shot is smooth. It's very, very good. No matter how much I hate on it, man, I can't deny how good it is, okay? My boy Tough NYC uses it, and he's one of the best shooters in the game, in my opinion, so clearly it's gotta be a good base. The jump shot has some pretty good arc to it, though, as you can see. Like, it's just like my other uppers, but that is because we have the Baluba upper involved, and then I had the Julius Randle in just for the release height. But man, this jump shot is it's just something to be reckoned with. You can basically fade from anywhere on the court with it. Like, look at that awkward fade, and I greened it from basically half court. But let's go ahead and jump into the last jump shot of the video, which is going to be for all of my people that are starter 4. So when you guys hit starter 4, you unlock this base, which is going to be Chris Bosh. Now with Chris Bosh, I'm going to be using DeMarcus Cousins and Baluba as my uppers, and then it's going to be 43% DeMarcus Cousins, 57% Baluba, and then once again set in between push and release. I love that timing. I will always stick and stay true to it. All right, let's go ahead and show you guys what it looks like in the my court. So as you can see, the Chris Bosh base, like, he kind of wiggles his legs a little bit, and that kind of tells you when you're supposed to release it. As soon as you see his toes kind of point down, I release it. I don't really look at the upper side of the build when I'm using this Chris Bosh base. It reminds me of the old days when you used to use like Ray Allen and 2K13, and the moment the heels clicked, you would release it. I do that a lot with this Chris Bosh base. I kind of look at his feet, and the moment I see them point downwards, I release. I do really think this base is great. A lot of people have been hating on Chris Bosh, you know, saying like, oh, starter 4 is pointless for centers. But I think this base is right on par with Michael Porter Jr. and Jonathan Isaac. I really don't think it is bad at all. People are saying that, like, they are struggling to time the no dips. The no dips, like, honestly, the no dip looks better to me because you don't have that weird, like, wiggle with his feet when you no dip it. As you can see, it just kind of goes up and down. And I love when my jump shots go up and down. Pause. But, yeah, I don't think there's an issue no dipping with it. If you guys have an issue with it, then obviously don't use it. But for all my starter 4s, definitely give Chris Bosh a shot, man. I mean, there's a reason they lock it behind starter 4, right? Like, it's got to be pretty good. As you can see, though, I mean, I'm greening with X and with tempo. Going to the left, that one looks a little weird. He kind of, like, squares up centered to the hoop. But that's just the MPJ mixed with the uppers. So, but it's still very much so green. Like, this jump shot is butter, man. I don't know what people hating on this for, but as you can see, I'm able to hit like right stick step backs from beyond half court. Like, it's green. And look, my slider preset is set to the city. Like, I'm not on some like low level timing where like I don't even have it. Like, I mean, I'm early in these from half. Maybe I shouldn't use it from that deep, but you know, right on the line though, as you can see, it's just gonna be absolutely green, man. There's nothing wrong with this jump shot at all. People are just haters. But that's going to do it for the video, though, man. If you guys have a friend that needs a center jump shot because he is absolutely doinky, make sure to share this with him. We'll see you guys in the next one. It's been your boy Hollywood. Peace.